my name is Titania, namaste. I just wanted to make this practice for fellow actors and creatives and people who've been really affected by the entertainment industry coming to a standstill in this current crazy times. And I just wanted to give you something to help you find a little bit of inner peace and get your body moving and just find somewhere to cultivate some kind of passion and creativity. So I hope you enjoy, and I'm sending you lots of positive energy. Namaste. So let's find a comfortable seat, maybe in half lotus or just simple crossed legs, or maybe kneeling, whatever is comfortable for you. You have the option if you want to place a pillow or a block underneath your seat just to lift your hips up and make it more comfortable, aligning your spine, or stay where you are, whatever is good for you. So we're just gonna find and tune into our breath. So let's take one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly, closing down the eyes, breathing into the hands as we inhale through the nose. Feel your chest and then your belly full of air. And as you exhale, feel the breath brush the top of your lip. Inhale, filling the belly full of air. Exhale, feel the tickle on your lip. Breathing into the hands. Tuning into your breath. I want to dedicate this practice to the art of kintsugi. So in Japan, the art of kintsugi is when a piece of pottery is broken, rather than throwing it away or messily mending it together, they fill it full of gold paint. So it enhances all the flaws, all the imperfections, and makes them beautiful, and makes them seen. The eye is drawn to the faults, the shaky lines, and the uncertainty. So I'd like us all to take a moment as we're breathing into our hands to scan along our bodies, to scan through our minds, find where it may hurt. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's emotional, maybe it's mental. And I want you to take a moment and sit with this. Really acknowledge it. Imagine you are looking at yourself, sat here, breathing into your hands, feeling the ground underneath your seat, watching yourself inhale and exhale, noticing the temperature of the room, any sounds you may hear, whether they're near or far, notice them. I'd like you to come now back to your body, breathing into the hands, noticing the rise and fall of your breath, and scan your journey from the tips of your toes, through the journey of your legs, around your knees, your thighs, your hips, your buttocks, your pelvis, your navel, your lower back, middle back, upper back, your shoulders, tops of your arms, the forearms, backs of the hands, palms of the hands, fingertips, back of the neck, your chest, collarbone, your throat, your jaw. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw. Breathe into the space and then let it go. Breathe into the nose. Notice around the eyelids, the tops of the head, the back of the head, the ears, the cheeks, the crown of the head. Trace a line now with your golden paint, starting at the crown, working its way down the head, your spine, your legs, your arms, your chest, your navel, all the way down through the legs, into the feet. Allow a moment for your gold paint to settle. Then allow it to bleed into all the areas, all the cracks, all the fragmented areas that need the golden light, need to be acknowledged, need to be seen. Breathe in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Imagine you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Notice all your gold. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready, open your eyes and smile. Namaste, everyone. Right, I want you to meet me all. Let's meet in tabletop. So, we're going to take the hands directly underneath the shoulders, and we're going to find a little bit of organic movement here, taking some circles one way and then the other, keeping it nice and light. We're going to find some funny wiggly shapes here, breathing into any space, anything that's a little bit ouch. Any soreness, any tension, find your own way, your own pattern here. Breathing into that golden paint, like you make patterns with sparklers. Let's do that with the body and the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. When you feel you've had enough, we're just going to take the knees as wide as the mat, take the toes together and sink the bum all the way back to the feet, tuck chin to chest. If the floor is a million miles away, you can get a cushion or a blanket and just slide them underneath the chest. If it feels okay, slowly bringing the head down to the mat, stretching the fingertips out, coming up onto the fingertips, breathing in, breathing out. See if you can push the bum further down onto the heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's come up, finding our tabletop position again. We're going to take a couple of cat-cows. So as we inhale, we're going to draw a line with the nose up, take the tail up, drop the belly. As we exhale, push the floor away, arch through the spine, push through the tops of the feet, navel to spine here, nice and strong. Breathing in, drop the belly, tail is up, heart is up. exhaling, pushing the floor away. Couple more like this in your own time. Inhaling and exhaling. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the seat, lift the hips up towards the ceiling, drop the weight of the head, shake the head no a couple of times, not the head yet. Find a little pedal in the heels. So if your heels aren't coming down to the mat, that's okay. Walk the feet in a little bit, bend into the knees, and find that nice connection with the tummy and the thighs. If you want a little bit more, walk the heels out. Find that stretch, and eventually trying to work the heels towards the ground, or finding this belly to thighs, heels up position. Have a little play, breathing in and breathing out. Let's all give our tails a wiggle, a waggle, just because it's silly and fun. And then let's walk the hands in towards, walk the feet in towards the hands, or the hands in towards the feet. Doesn't actually matter. And then we're going to find a little sway from side to side. And we're going to give ourselves a massive hug here. So make a little note of which arm is on top, because we're going to swap it over. But just for now, breathe into the sensations. Bend into the knees, take a little sway from side to side, inhaling and exhaling, tuck chin to chest. And just take this moment here with yourself, giving yourself a huge, huge hug. Breathing into the sensations, noticing how that feels for you. And then we're going to drop the fingertips, slowly rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Last thing to come up is the head. And find a little sway here. I often find when my mind's very busy, I just like to keep moving. Sometimes being sat in complete stillness, things can... So I find a great way to combat that is moving, but some people find a great way is stillness. So it's having a little experiment, trusting yourself and going with what's feeling right for you. So we're going to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, breathing in, breathe out, going to merge the shoulder blades together, release the shoulders back down, inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, exhale, release, and have a nice little sigh out of the mouth. A nice little shake, getting rid of any stagnant energy. From here, we're going to take some sways from side to side. And we're going to find a little torso twist here, breathing in and breathing out. You can either keep the feet planted, or you can bring opposite heel up as you look over the opposite shoulder. Now we're going to speed this up, not forgetting about our breath as we inhale and exhale, and give yourself a little pat. So if no one else gives us a pat on the back, we can give ourselves a pat on the back. Cheesy but true. So we're just going to find this, rocking from side to side, feeling into the torso stretch, great way to detoxify. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. You can speed this up, or you can slow it down depending on what's working for you. Okay, let's do this for a couple more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, and then we're going to slow it down, and we're going to come to standing. Slowly heel toe, the feet in till they're together. Zip up through the feet, through the ankles, through the calves, lift the kneecaps, engage the thighs, tuck the tailbone under, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, get strong in the core, shine your palms out, and then take a moment as we breathe in And breathe out. Allow a moment to let the dust settle. Notice how you feel. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to take the arms up, look up, inhale. As we breathe out, we're going to hinge at the hips. We're going to bring the heart forward. And we're going to take the hands down to the floor. If this isn't quite available, bend into the knees as much as you need. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to jump the legs apart, coming into a nice wide leg forward fold. Again, bend into the knees as much as you need. And we're just going to go from side to side here, breathing into the sensations, inhaling and exhaling. Just loosening up into the hamstrings, into the hip flexors, noticing how we're feeling. And then we're going to walk the hands back towards the body, bend into the knees again if this is a little bit tight, or straighten out through the hamstrings and try and bring the head towards the ground. If you're like, whoa, that's like a million miles away, then just bring the hands back, come onto your fingertips maybe. And this is also a fantastic stretch. If it feels good for you, we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the right leg. Again, this could be up here, or down here, or towards the foot. Some days it might be different. That's completely normal. And then we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the opposite side. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. Walk the hands back. Take one hand to one hip and then really get strong in the legs here. Lift through the thighs as you bring the other hand to your hip. And then we're going to jump in. Bend into the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, well done. Okay. From here, we're going to come to the top of the mat. And again, we're going to find that zipping of the legs together. And we're just going to get rid of any stagnant energy here, anything that's not serving us. We're going to breathe in, take the arms up and over. And as you do this, imagine you're gathering up all your rubbish, I didn't say a naughty word, and you bringing it up to the surface, letting it bubble up. Whatever that is, allow yourself to focus on it for a moment. Allow yourself to recognize it and acknowledge it. We're going to breathe in, take it up, and as we breathe out, we're going to bend at the knees. Let it all go. Breathing in, coming back up, letting that build, letting the weight of it almost take over. We can feel the weight here. Breathing in. As we breathe out, bend your knees. Let it go. Sound effects are so welcome. Breathing in, notice it, recognize it. Breathe out. Let it go. Lovely, well done everyone. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, shake it out. We're going to find our way to a yogi squat here. So we're going to take our feet out towards the corners of the room and we're going to bring the seat down, bending into the knees like we're sliding down a wall. And if your heels aren't coming down, then just frog leg them in and find some support here. You could even bring a little table or some cushions and just work through twisting and finding a little bit of movement into the groinal area here. If it feels good, we're going to take the feet flat. We're going to use the leverage of the tops of our arms, palms together, pressing the knees, the legs away, opening out through the collarbone here, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to take one hand down to the mat. Breathe in here. As we breathe out, we're going to open up through one of your wings. Stretching here into the side body, nice and grounding. Breathing in, breathing out, bring it back to center. Taking that hand down to the floor. Breathe in here as we breathe out, opening up through the opposite wing. Maybe you wiggle the fingertips. Maybe you take the gaze down because it doesn't feel good in your neck. Just again, finding what feels good for you here. We're going to flow that a couple of times. Breathe in, open out through the other wing. Breathe out, bring it back in. Breathe in, open up through the other wing. Breathe out, bring it back. Bringing the hands in, opening out through the legs again, trying to bring the seat a little bit further down. Again, this can all be totally done with lifted heels. Okay. Spending a couple of seconds here before we bring the whole seat down. And we take the legs out. And we're just going to find a nice little forward fold here. So breathing in, take everything up, look up. Breathing out, hinging at the hips, heart leads the way. It might feel nice to bend into the knees here so that tummy and thighs are joined, and then you can slowly walk the feet out, or maybe put a blanket or a cushion underneath. Breathing in, extending the spine. Breathing out, sinking a little bit lower. Breathing in, extending. Breathing out, sinking down. Breathing in, extend the spine. Breathe out, sink a little bit further. Finding your rhythm with your own breath. Maybe you take a couple of sways from side to side. Maybe you find complete stillness. Breathing into the space here. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to walk our knees in. This is Ra-Ra. And we're going to give ourselves a little hug here, tucking chin to chest. Forehead to the knees, breathing in and breathing out. From here we're going to come down to our backs. So slowly bringing everything down to the ground, bending into the knees. And we're going to take a couple of bridges here. Hello. Pressing into the soles of the feet, pressing the hands into the floor, slowly lifting lower back, middle back, upper back. Pressing all four corners of the feet into the floor, pressing through the hands, really pressing the tops of the shoulders and the back of the head into the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Got an ear on my head. Slowly coming back the way we came, upper back, middle back, lower back. We're going to take that again. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Slowly pressing through the soles of the feet, engaging through the buttocks, chin to chest, and then try and take the gaze up and beyond. Inhaling here, exhale, slowly come back. We're going to give ourselves a huge hug here as we hug knees in and rock from side to side. And we're going to finish here in a happy baby to start with. So we're going to take hold of either the backs of our thighs or the soles of our feet, the outer edges, taking the knees nice and wide, bending the knees, bringing them towards the armpits. And we're just going to find a lovely rock and a massage along the mat here. Rocking from side to side, breathing into the space, inhaling and exhaling. When you've had enough, we're going to bring the soles of the feet down to the mat, and then we're going to sandwich the soles of the feet together, bringing the knees out nice and wide. Again, if you feel your lower back lifting, you could place a little blanket under here, or you could place some cushions underneath your thighs and really find a nice grounded open pose here. And we're going to finish with one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly, breathing in, filling the belly full of air, pushing into our hands, breathing out. I urge you to stay here for as long as you need. Maybe you take the legs out long, and settle in a final Shavasana. It really is your practice. Let's just take a moment here all together in Supta Baddha Konasana to take our hands to our heart center. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, I want us to repeat the mantra. I am strong, I am enough, and I am loved. I am strong, I am enough, and I am loved. I am strong, I am enough, and I am loved. Breathing in to our heart space, breathing out. Now I'd like you to dedicate this practice to somebody who needs your creativity, your passion, and your strength. Hold them there and send them your energy. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. The light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste.